Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. I am here in the office, just in a different angle, to do a book review on Ward D by Freida McFadden. So, this book is a thriller book. It is, the main book was published in 2023, but I think this cover was, created in 2025, so this is a new cover of this book. I started reading this on the 20th of May and I finished this on the 25th of May. So I have read this. It took me 5 days, but I have been really busy, but I finally got round to it. So this genre of the book is fiction and it is 299 pages long. So I rated this a 5-star, and that is because I love Freida McFadden, and all of her stories so far have been really high rated by me, and that is because Freida never fails to disappoint at all. So the main plot of this, it's all set in one location, and it's all set in the Ward D, which is a mental hospital, a mental asylum. And so, like, that is the main focus of the book. So this is the primary setting. So I enjoy the plot twists in this book. They all shocked me. They weren't predictable this time. And I loved the 1 year later. I liked how Freida added a 1 year later into the book, and what she said at the end was really cool. I liked how she ended it. The ending was really good. And the main character was enjoyable. She was able to piece together events at the same time as the reader, which I think was quite cool. And essentially what that means is when she's reading it, she's having the same information as we are as readers, and we are being fed the same information as she is. And we are trying to figure out what's going on, and so is she. And she figures it out, and, you know, at the same time, I don't know if you guys have figured it out or not, but if you have, great. If you haven't, she tells you what's going on. But I think that really is good, because she is a doctor, and she manages to piece everything together. I don't know what the aim of this book was. I don't know what Freida was specifically going for, but I thought that it was an enjoyable read. So let me read the blurb. All she has to do is make it through the night shift. There we go, yeah. Ward D is the hospital's mental health unit, and as a medical student, Amy is required to gain experience on the floor. But little do her colleagues know, it may force her to confront a past she's fought hard to forget. The night starts, the countdown begins. As the hours tick by, Amy grows increasingly convinced something terrible is happening within the ward's tightly secured walls. When patients and staff start to vanish without a trace, it becomes clear that everyone in the unit is in grave danger. Amy never wanted to spend the night on Ward D. Now she might not make it out alive. So I do really like that blurb. It does give you a sense of mystery, and she has to survive the night, which I think is also pretty cool. I like how some of the chapters, like chapter 17 for example, talk about how many hours left she has, and you kind of get the countdown, so you're kind of rooting for the main character. The main character is Amy. We dive into her past, which is a very common Freida McFadden thing to do. We do get characters diving into the past and finding out what happens in their past, whilst also piecing events together in the future, and current events. But it's very different. Like, I was definitely surprised about what happened in this book. It was really unexpected, and I think Freida did a very good job with that. So let me show you my colour wheel that I created. I created 5 for enjoyment, 5 for writing, 5 for characters, 5 for plot, 5 for readability. I only put setting as a 4 because I just, you know, it's all set in the ward or primarily set in the ward. So I was just like, right, I'll just give that a 4 because, yeah. I mean, obviously, when she dives into the past, there are a couple of locations that do get mentioned, like some of the other characters' houses and coffee shop and all of that. But the primary location is Ward D. But yes, I really like how Freida always manages to tie up loose ends in the book. So when she has things that she talks about, characters, all of that, she always ends up adding either a plot twist at the end of it, or she always ends up tying it all together and connecting it all together, and it's just great. And that's what I really like about Freida McFadden. She also kept the reader guessing, because I was very shocked, and I was not expecting what was going to happen. And to be quite frank, I would not have guessed what happened. And finally, I would recommend this book to people who like thriller and murder mystery, because that is what this book is. A lot of Freida McFadden is thriller and murder mystery, or just thriller. But I do really like this book, and I would read it again in a heartbeat. And I would recommend it to people who like that genre, or don't, because people who don't like that genre might have a change of heart with this one. I do think that this was a really mysterious book. Okay, so I'm just going to dive quickly into my recently bought books, because I haven't done like a haul for a while, and I'm done with my review. So this book that I was bought by my dad. Both of these books were, but this one was recommended to me by my friend Freya. And so I thought that I would buy it and give it a go. So this one is A Fate Inked in Blood. And the cover looks really nice. It's all gold. This is by Danielle L. Jensen. So I've never heard of this author. And I think it's a fantasy based off the cover. And then the second book is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. And I really like this book. I bought the first one. This is the second one. In the Phantasma... Oh, it's the Wicked Game series. So this is a spicy fantasy romance. So I think this is dark. This is fantasy as well. So these are my latest 2 books. And I'm excited to read those, but they'll be going in my book pile to be read. This is my TBR, my physical TBR. I have a lot to read, as you can see. But I'll get round to it. And yes, so thank you ever so much for for coming along with me for my Ward D by Freida McFadden review. And I hope that you join me in the next one. If you like this, please like, subscribe, comment down below any books that you recommend I read, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.